Hi everyone, today we're back with the tree services business. Today we have our first blizzard of the winter season here in Griffin, Indiana. And oh boy guys, the phone's been ringing off the hook here. The heavy snow has had a lot of phone calls for trees that have fallen. So today guys, we're going to be working. We have to go around and clean up lots of trees here. So why don't we hop in our GMC 2500. Let's get over to the yard, get the equipment we need and get to work. Like always guys, there's a full mods list link down below. And if you end up enjoying today's video, help me out by hitting the like button. I'm just putting the truck in 4-wheel drive here. We're definitely going to need it. We already have over 8 inches of snow here, and we're going to be getting almost 1.5 foot today. So we are going to be having to navigate working here in the snow. Now guys, I'm super excited for this GMC to be here in Farm Sim. It's one of my favorite trucks, and I'm going to be using it quite a lot here. But oh boy guys, you know when it snows, it is very heavy sometimes, and that is the case with this one. And a lot of trees have been falling around town. I think I've already been up to 10 phone calls here, and it's only 8 a.m. So I expect a lot more phone calls here. So we need to keep up with it, try to do as many jobs as we can, help out customers and homeowners, even the town, clean up some trees here. But we're just getting over to the yard. I can't forget my cup of coffee here, but guys, our first phone call is actually for the local sheriff. He called, he said there's a few trees down in the middle of the road, fire rescue's there, and they want us to go over there. So we are going to be taking one of the chipper trucks here. I'm thinking, why don't we take the Chevy 5500 with the Lizard chipper. But you guys can see we have several trucks here. We got a bucket truck, we got a huge log truck, and another chip truck here. But let's get this thing warmed up here. Let me drink my cup of coffee and we'll get going. I put the address in the GPS, so we are good to go here. Now this truck guys does a 4-wheel drive, which is gonna be needed here. I'm gonna take it nice and slow, especially trying to stop since this chipper is super heavy here. We don't want to be sliding off the road. We are not going to be able to help anyone clean up trees if we get ourselves stuck and have to call a wrecker, and that is not going to be too good here. But wow, the snow is really coming down today, pretty heavy. We're just now arriving at the location here. Looks like we have fire rescue, looks like we have a police truck. Wow, that is one really nice looking truck here, but it looks to be right here. These 2 trees that have fallen down on the roadway here. Oh yeah, this is quick and easy for us, probably half hour, 45 minutes. Oh look at that guys, there's a deer running out of the woods. I guess the loud truck had them running the opposite direction. But wow guys, since it looks like we got a birch tree and a pine tree, these trees sometimes just can't take the weight of the snow on it, and that must be why they are falling here. But wow, I'll get the chipper warmed up here, and we need to get out the chainsaw, get these cut up into small pieces. Just grabbing the chainsaw out of the toolbox there. I did have to fill it up with fuel. That way we don't have to kind of stop halfway through this here. But we'll get this cut up into small pieces, just enough for us to lift. That's all we really need to do. But the chipper is going to have no problem as well, which is definitely a good thing for us. Yeah, that should be good with that one here. This one, let's see if we can take some of these branches off. There's several branches on it. It's a little bit easier to carry. Alright, we got the chipper fired on up here. Just had to make sure we got the RPM all the way up here. A little bit of a cold start there on the chipper, but it just starts up no problem once we let the glow plugs get ready to go here. The diesel engines usually during the winter months are a little bit tougher to get going here, but you guys can see we're getting right to work here. Luckily though, we're going to be able to get this tree cleared up no problem. We just finished up here at the first call here. Once the blizzard is over, I'll send out a crew to get those stumps ground down. That way we don't have anyone maybe tripping over them or driving on it here. That wouldn't be a good thing here, but hey, we'll get the chipper idle down here and we'll get on to next call. Our next caller, guys, is a property owner. He owns a warehouse here in town, and he said a big pine tree fell on it and asked us if we could get it cleared on up here. So that's where we're heading. And look at that. Wow, that is one huge tree here. Now, I did call in another truck here, which is the 5500 bucket truck, because we are going to need that to help clean this one up. Alright, let's take a look at this job here. Now, I do have my phone with me because I actually have the log truck on call here because, yeah, we are going to need the log truck at least for a few of these pieces. They're way too big to put through the chipper, so let me send him a text right now. Awesome, he's on his way here, so why don't we get the bucket truck going, see if we could get up here and get it up off the roof here. That he really needs to get this cleared. That way, he could get the building fixed and prevent any further damage here. But look at this bucket truck, guys. This is a Chevy 5500 bucket truck here. This thing is really maneuverable, and this works out here. And I kind of like having the bucket truck separate from the chip truck. Sometimes I've just found that to be a little bit easier to work with here. But hey, let's get going here on this. We should be able to go up on the roof. No problem with this. We do have a few ladders if we do end up needing those. Alright, let's hop on out and over here to the roof. Wow, this is going to be a little tricky. So what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm actually going to get that cut here. It did almost want to fall off the roof, but I'm thinking I cut this small enough that we should be able to throw it up off the roof there. Yeah, that's going to work out perfectly for us. I do have to be careful here. I'm almost falling off the roof here. The roof is so icy and it's covered in snow. I think cutting this up into small pieces is the way to go here. We definitely don't want to do any further damage to this building, and I don't really want to be having the big pieces fall off. That wouldn't be too good, especially not safe. Let's get that one here. One more cut, and this should go right down. Yeah, that's going to fall perfect. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. So let me get back on the ground here. That's all we needed the bucket truck for. Alright, let's hop out of the bucket and we'll get to chipping here. This is going to be a lot to put through the chipper here. This piece here actually got to get cut once more. This is just a little too big for my liking here. That's about 20 feet, so we'll cut it down to about 10 and 10. And the log truck will pick those up here. But let's get the chipper backed up here. Let's see how quickly we can get all through these. This is the last of it that needs to be chipped here, so I'm going to wait for the log truck, get this moved off to the side, and then we should be on to next call here within the next 10 minutes. The log truck is a lot of fun to use here. It's almost like playing one of those arcade games where you have to use a big claw machine, but this time you're able to pick up pretty big pieces of wood, which is pretty awesome here. But you guys can see, I mean, this job here went by so quickly, and we have to get ready to go to next call. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next one and subscribe for more.